Hey, this is Jay from A Stitch in Time in Bemidji, Minnesota. Today I'm going to show you how to do a buttonhole. I know buttonholes are those things that have given us lots of bad words over the years, but the newer machines have taken all those bad words out of them. Their buttonholes are the easiest things to do. In fact, they're far easier than zippers. I know you don't believe me, but wait till you see this one, you'll see how. This process is going to be the same whether you have a Janome, whether you have a cheap little machine that has an automatic buttonholer, or whether you have the new Dream machine, top of the line from Brother, and the Destiny from Baby Lock. It doesn't matter. The process is exactly the same. And so this is what it's very easy to do here. Your machines may have buttonholes put different places, but I'm going to show you on this screen, and you can find them on your own machine. We might have more of them later. On this machine, we're in our utility stitch section, and we have a bunch of tabs on the side here. The third one down is buttonholes, and there are a whole bunch of different buttonholes in here. For the sake of today, we're just going to do a square buttonhole. It's number 407 on the Dream Weaver. Now on this machine, you can actually see it right up here. It tells you make sure you're using your A foot, and depending what brand machine you have, it may have a different letter, but a lot of times it'll show you what foot you use. On this machine, that foot is actually this weird long looking one, and this buttonhole foot is designed to measure your button and make exactly the right size buttonhole all in one step. So you don't have to try looking for those little marks on the fabric anymore or not. You can just actually just put your button in here, and it'll make exactly the right size buttonhole. How does it do that? Well, I hold it like this, and I push the back end open, and now I'm going to take my button, and I put that right inside of here, and I slide that down, and that measures it. And now I'm going to put this foot onto the machine, and so to do that, I lift my presser foot, and I press my little release lever back behind to drop the old foot off. Take my buttonhole foot on, and I put the button out behind the machine. It's very important that it's out behind there. And then I simply lower that right onto the little shank. Now, we want to get that thread down through the hole. And for years, I used to always just say, oh, that's the hardest part about doing a buttonhole, is getting that thread down through there. It's not. It's really easy. I'll show you a little trick, and I won't even charge you extra for it. All you do is put your material underneath it, and then go up to your needle up, needle down button, and press it twice, and there's your thread. Isn't that slick? No fishing, no fuddling, anything else like that. Now, the last step that we have to do is the absolute most critical, and this is where everyone forgets it. Back behind this threader, there is a little gray bar. And you want to pull that down, and you want to rest that right behind this little front guide. Now again, on your different brands of machine, they might be shaped a little differently, but it's going to be the exact same. And so you just, it's going to do exactly the same thing. So you just pull it down and put it behind there. And now I'm going to start at the front of my buttonhole and work towards the back. So all I need to do, I'm just going to put this in here, and I'm going to just drop my presser foot down, and I'm ready to go. So what it does is it does all the left side of the buttonhole first, then it comes back down to the front, does the bar tack, and then stitches the right hand side of the buttonhole. The reason for this is this way both sides stay the same stitch density. So now I see it's doing a locking stitch, and then it's stopping for us. If I had turned on my thread cut, like we talked about in a prior lesson, it would automatically cut my thread for me too. But the reason it does on both sides, stitching from front to back, is sometimes our buttonholes are in weird places. You know, our fabric isn't level, and you know that it's going to stitch really fast going down and stitch really slow going back up, and then you have one side of your buttonhole that's really dense and the other side that's really loose. And so by stitching them both in the same direction, you're going to get perfect buttonholes. So now I push my thread cutter on this machine, raise my presser foot, pull my button out, and There you can see it. A perfectly sized buttonhole. There, what do you think? Try it. Go get your machine out. Use a bobbin, empty bobbin if you want to. But try doing a buttonhole. It's not as bad as you think.